In January of 2012, I went on a vacation and spent the bulk of my time on Ambergris Cay near the city of San Padro, which is part of the country of Belize. However, one day I made a side trip and went to the mainland of Belize. There are various companies who can provide taxi service. We chose the Waterjet Express, which provides daily trips to various nearby islands and seaports. Here are some signs from other companies that also provide fun things to do. Here's the planned route. We're going to leave San Padro and make a short stop at Key Cocker and then on to Belize City. From Belize City, we're going to take a bus and go to the river. And from the river, we're going to motorboat up to the ruins of Lamanai. The expedition began at 7 a.m. on the dot. This taxi service does not go on island time. They have a schedule to keep. We left Ambergris Island out of the port from San Padro. The first stop was a little island called Key Cocker. Passengers got off and got back on. Now we're off to Belize City. 2 to 2.5 hours later, we finally arrived. And out in the distance, I saw 4 very large cruise ships. Our tour guide was there waiting for us. He was holding a sign with our names on it. Our tour guide first took us to the security station. There was not a line there to wait in. We beat the cruise ships there. One thing was kind of weird though. We did not leave the country, and I did not think it was necessary to carry ID with us. But the security guards asked for identification. Not only that, we had to surrender our Ohio and Michigan driver's licenses to him. And he collected them, stuck them in his desk, and I noticed that they were the only ones in his desk. Also, when we returned, I noticed that our IDs were still the only ones in the desk. So, when our tour guide collected the rest of his tourists, we got into a newer van and trekked along to the next stop along the expedition, a river with an original name. They really put a lot of thought into it. It's called New River. The van ride is finally over, and the roads that we traveled on were surprisingly good. I didn't encounter any potholes on the main roads. And here we are waiting for the boat ride to go to the ruins. And I'm filming the vegetation, and you can see my sister and niece and nephew there.
The bow, up to the next part right there. So the next part is that seat.
Here I'm at the dock, filming the New River, taking in all the sights. At last we're on the boat and we're on our way. Shortly after the trip started, we come across a very large house with a thatched roof. The captain of the boat told us that the man who invented McAfee antivirus software is the one who owns it.
To the bird, guys, to the bird.
Yeah.
Guys, I call this bird here the opposite bird. Yes. Why, guys? In the species, females are bigger and brighter, right? So, guys, remember, birds usually the males are brighter, right? Bigger. But this is the opposite, right? Guys, before the bird mate, the males gotta perform a dance around this female, or the one who build the best nest. That's the one she choose and mate with. But now he's the one who sit and nest, incubate eggs and raise a young one.
Oh,
right?
I love that lifestyle.
All you ladies love this bird. This is a lady bird.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't like that bird.
Does anybody want to try that?
Way up in the tree there is an iguana. I really didn't see it when I was making the film, but if I go into slow motion, you can see it. By the way, if you ever come down here and someone offers you bamboo chicken, be forewarned, that is iguana.
They use this on the tip of the branches.
Yeah, it's a long way up there.
Is it iguana, guys? Straight up front.
That's the bamboo chicken, guys. For lunch.
That's lunch.
Chicken.
I did not change the menu in time.
He heard lunch.
Go south of Belize to a local restaurant, and the menu said 4-legged chicken or bamboo chicken. This guy is serving you, right? It's just like chicken.
This place used to be a rehab center, but it went out of business. Now, missionaries rent it sometimes. Other than that, it's vacant.
It seems like it's a nice place. Honestly, we ought to use it for something. A lodge? Hotel?
Here's the neatest part of the whole boat ride.
That's a he. The one up there is a he. Okay?
Oh, he,
Yeah.
does he want to come down? Or?
Look at her.
Oh, there she is.
Hey, guys, listen, just be gentle, take picture, but don't touch the monkey. Just take picture.
Do not pet her. Do not pet her.
Just take picture.
It's a she. It's a she. Looks are deceiving, okay? It's a she.
Did you give her food?
That's a she, okay? And that's the male up there. Look at this. The male is up on the canopy. That's Minnie and Mickey.
Everyone like monkeys. Now this is just an extra treat. Nice.
Now when's she gonna get up?
You know how we have a privilege close to
The female one is mostly very thin. Yeah, give me 2 out of that, right?
She's going, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
See the binoculars eyes?
Yeah.
Look at it, 4 fingers only, 5 toes. Look at the prehensile tail, right? Long arms, long legs. Look at the collar. That's where he gets his name. Spider monkey. Only 4 fingers, no toes.
Cool.
Guys, this is a picture.
The way it looks. Where's the rest?
Look at those right there.
joining us on this Lamanai adventure as well? Look at this. Look at this, what she will do right now.
Around first before they get off. Look at him scooting around, very smart.
Quite a view right there. Take your pictures.
Look at Rose.
I taught her that.
Say bye to.
They go in this river now.
No, that is the only and the song fighting.
How did you ever see that? How did you see that?
I'm doing this.
When the guides aren't showing us the wildlife, we speed down the river at a fast clip. At last, we made it to Lamanai.
Everybody hold on drink each.
Yeah, but now we don't.
This is our guide pointing the way on the map as to where the ruins are. Our guide points out a parasitic fig tree.
Until it takes over the entire tree, then the tree dies, then he will stay standing as a fig tree. Quite a process, huh?
Yeah.
I thought I'd film some of what the path looked like on the way to the ruins. Tarzan and Jane swinging on the jungle vines.
Rock, okay? The temples themselves are solid construction. They don't have chambers like in Egypt.
The big faces you see in this ruin are actually copies. The real ones are still a part of the ruin. They're just underneath these replicas. This guy with the flattened forehead is a chief, whereas the other one is a priest. Our guide told us that the firstborn royal sons had a board strapped to their head to make their foreheads flat. Also, the royal baby girls got to stare at a string until they got cross-eyed. And that's how they were able to tell the difference between royalty and the common folk. Who wants to be royal in that culture? This is the only ruin you're allowed to climb on. I got pretty winded doing it. This is the ledge that is about 90% up the pyramid. I needed a breather, so I decided to film from here for a while. There's my niece, nephew, and sister on the top. I finally made it to the top, and I'm taking a look around. My sister's on the way down. Let me tell ya, that rope sure came in handy. My niece and nephew on the way down. On our way to the last ruin, our tour guide stops to show us an authentic Mayan calendar. Let me be the first to boldly proclaim that the end of the world will not come this December.
But you can basically see it right here. See it? This is the real thing right here. Okay?
Wow.
It's a real Maya calendar, but in a bad condition, right? Then if you look on the left-hand side, you see holes on the structure. The holes are basically representing a jaguar face. If you use your imagination, you can actually see, you can make it out. There's the nose in the middle, then the eyes on top, the ears on the side. Beside the nose, below the eyes, those are the fangs of the jaguar. And that's a jaguar face. What they will do is that they will actually put incense burners in those holes. So when you would approach the temple, you will see like a smoke coming out of the jaguar.
And the eyes are wide.
Then on top, on the side, look at the side. The side is supposed to be squared. This is something that you will not find in other Mayan
It's
sites.
round.
They are rounded. This is representing the wind god's temple. And also in Mexico, these round corners are very common. All right, that means that the Mayas did have communication, or they were trading with Mexico and other places. They actually saw this construction around there and they brought it here. Rounded corners on the jaguar temple. In Mexico, you will find that only in the wind god's temple. All right, so it's something very unique that we have here in Lamanai. Okay, the Mayan city of Lamanai is one of the longest surviving Mayan sites. Okay, many Mayan sites got abandoned and Lamanai just simply kept flourishing more. 70 to 60,000 people lived here at once, so the jungle just took over this city, reclaimed it back. Archaeologists believe that the reason why this Mayan site was abandoned is because when the Spanish came, they brought new diseases with them. A lot of them were dying, and another cause would be that the Mayas actually did a lot of planting. The soil got tired of supporting so many people that it would stop producing the amount of food for them to survive. This Mayan city got abandoned around the 1800, meaning that the Spanish came around the 15. So when the Spanish came, there were still Mayas living here. The reason why a lot of Mayan cities got abandoned very quickly is because the Mayas did a lot of deforestation, and what happened is that the climate changed on them. and they actually got struck by a dry season. Many Mayan cities which were far off the reach of water had to be abandoned very quickly. Lamanai is one of them that flourished because of the huge lake that they had out there. That lake actually always has water.
So are there Mayans still existing? Because I was taught that they died off.
I am part Mayan, sir.
Okay.
You're talking to one over here. You
Oh,
know?
wow.
The whole day with the Mayan descent, okay? My grandma used to speak pure Mayan.
Oh my.
It's a dialect that is very hard to understand and very hard to learn. You have to be born within a Mayan community. There are still Mayan people living in Belize. But the thing is that they will not come and adore these temples anymore. That tradition has been lost for them. Something that they're good at is medicinal plants. If you have anything, you can just go to them and they will find a cure or a remedy for anything. All right, that is what they're good at. All right, and that's something that kept going on until today. All right.
Wow.
Yes. Any questions?
After we saw the ruins, well, it was time to go back. So we got on the boat, and then to the bus, and then to the dock, back to security, got our licenses again, and then we had about an hour wait for the ferry to get there and take us back to San Padro. It was a very long day, around 14 or 15 hours when it was all said and done, but it sure was fun. I would do it again, and I would encourage you to make the trip also.